Well, really excited to be in a super regional. Very proud of our team. Part of our goals moving forward. Excited to host Texas Tech. Really good ball club. So we got our work cut out for us, but we're prepared and ready to go.
Question?
Nigeria, just what makes her tick, why is she so effective, and obviously you faced her last year, so hands-on experience too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, Nigeria would be what we call kind of a unicorn in the sense of pitching. I mean, she's got velocity plus movement, and she's developed pitches along the way. So her rise ball, is elite, but she's added the changeup and some down pitches, and so I think as she continues to grow, but the sub-1 ERA would say that she's pretty tough to get some runs off of. And I think she's an uber competitor and a great teammate at the same time, so team loves to play behind her.
Issa, what do you remember about facing her last year?
She was a tough one, that she's definitely one of the great pitchers out there in the world, and that, we obviously had to commit to a plan and prepare for, the great pitcher she is, and we went out there and, we handled business.
Mm-hmm.
Issa, how have you studied her since? I mean, have you watched a lot of games this season, postseason? How extensive is the scouting report that you guys go through?
It's quite extensive. I mean, she's a good pitcher, and I mean, it's not only her, it's a staff as well. So just going through the staff, and I know me and our teammates have, just watched past games and have, memorized patterns that she's done and memorized patterns that the pitching staff has done. So just really done our homework on the team in every aspect, and I think it's going to help us a lot.
Lonni, what's the challenges that their lineup presents?
They got speed. I think they're a bunch, transferred in from ULL, so they have the same coaching staff and philosophy, when Jerry came in. So I think they're pretty veteran in what they do and how they work together. They're not a big strikeout group, so they're going to put the ball in play and let their speed and try to create some chaos on that side. So a lot of lefties mixed in the lineup, so a little different lineup on that side. But yeah, I think Nigeria is very unique in what she does already, and now she's added some good offense behind her, and like Issa said, some really good pitching to support her on that side of it. So they are a full package, and the one thing they don't have under their belt is being in super regionals as a squad. So for them winning their conference and doing what they've done so far, they understand what winning's like, but this could be another level for them. Nigeria's been there, of course, but another level for them. So being in our hometown here and what the Plex does, could add a little pressure to that. So, we're hoping our strategy on one side of it and the Plex shows up on the other side, that we can create the chaos too on our side.
Coach, does this make the Tech team, knowing that this is their first super regional appearance, does that make them even more tougher now because it might be a type of team that might not have anything to lose?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, definitely they can come in. I mean, we've seen some crazy upsets in the regional side with Liberty and what Southeastern did. I think there's a lot of people that are taking the mindset of us against the world and the underdog, but pressure is pressure, and it's how you look at it. And so we've got to do us. That's the most important part right now, is we got to be us and then add the strategy side to it. So if I know Jerry and what he does coaching, he's going to have them ready to go.
Issa, how excited are you to experience this super regional atmosphere at home for the first time as an all?
Oh yeah, super excited. I don't think I've stopped talking about it. Just getting another moment like this in another year. I mean, super grateful, super blessed, but to do it with Team 42, I think it's just going to be super special, and have the Plex behind us as well and feel that energy. I think I'm super excited. I know the team's super excited, so just excited to see us tomorrow and how we handle it, but I think it's going to be great.
So Issa, first off, congratulations on first team All-America.
Thank you.
From South All-America. Where do you think you've made the greatest strides in your game to allow you to reach that status from last year?
If I'm being honest, being nicer to myself. I know I have a standard that's pretty high for myself, an expectation that's pretty high for myself, but talking to my coaches and talking to my teammates, like, they rely on me a lot. So knowing that, I'm a big part, but also knowing, like, it's okay to, mess up a little once in a while, or, not to be perfect. And I think I've worked on that a lot. And I've kind of made it a priority to see for myself that, I'm not going to be perfect, and I'm going to make mistakes, and, I'm not going to, go 4 for 4, have great stats every game. But I think that's just been a huge stride for me, and I've definitely worked on it a lot, and I think that's made me the player I am this year for sure.
So in the regional, you came up in your first appearance and you hit a home run.
Mm-hmm.
Second appearance, you bunted for a base hit. How do you decide which way you're going to go on that? I mean,
secrets, we don't tell those secrets.
You're obviously very versatile. So.
Yeah. Honestly, just knowing, like, what tools I have in my box and using them in times of need. And so I've definitely worked on that a lot this year, and just using my tools. And I think I have, used my speed a lot, and I think that's just helped me as a player, and obviously it's helped my team a lot, so I'm just going to continue to do that.
Lonnie, you always seem at ease with this group. Since Sunday concluded, everything they've done kind of led you in that direction once again as you prepare for a super regional and all the pressure that comes with such a thing.
Yeah, I mean, we always have expectations of the program to be here, and we're driving every year to be at the World Series. But I think if we've done a good job as a coaching staff, it's their team now, and they should be prepared for these moments. We do a lot of teaching and a lot of pushing, probably, obviously the fall, and then February and March really like pushing. And then at some point it kind of turns over to the team, and like the leadership that Issa has now, she has confidence in that leadership, because we've tried to push a lot of those conversations. And so now the more calm we can stay as a coaching staff and continue to feed what they understand, strategy and how to be them, can allow them the comfort of the coaching staff on that side of it. So we pushed some buttons this last weekend when we have to, but because of our relationship with our team and knowing where they want to go and where Team 42 wants to go, the program, as I'm leading it every year, wants to be in Oklahoma City, but it's going to be a different team leading that every year. And so I think when you have people like Issa who are now more comfortable being leadership roles and realizing that at moments she's going to use her tools and we don't have to tell her to use her tools, they can go out and play the game pretty free. And that's what you want to see, as a coach, is them understanding the game and playing the game free and having fun. Even in high pressure situations, that was a lot of fun last weekend. And some big plays and some big situations that we were in defensive shifts, and they sold out for that, and they were connecting on that, and they have that moment for their life. It's not about me and about us as a coaching staff. So I think that's where the comfort comes in and the calmness comes in.
Issa, having a teammate like Michaela, who's been a leader throughout her Florida State career, how much that really set the pressure out a little bit of you wanting to step into a leadership role?
Yeah, no, I think Michaela's a great leader. I think we play two different positions. So, her seeing from behind the dish and me out in the field, I think her seeing out and me seeing in helps a lot. And I really admire that. And, I look to her and she can look to me. And I think that helps a lot in this team. And I know that she has a big voice on the field. I know she has a big voice in the dugout. So, just learning that we both can, do the same thing on the field, off the field is really huge. And we've definitely learned and communicated with it. But I think everyone on that field can do it, and I think everyone on that field can lead in every aspect. So just knowing that we also have 19 other people that can help us out there, I think is huge for us. And we're really big personalities, but we match well, actually. So it's perfect.
What's the best way to describe her personality from being around her? How would you describe her?
Oh, amazing. She's great. Colorful, I would say, Every day you're going to get a Michaela, and I think it's awesome to see. It's bright. She brings a light. So just being her teammate, very grateful for it, very grateful for the experience. I've learned a lot from her, and, I'm sad to see her go, but I've definitely admired watching her play here.
Kind of following up on that, Coach, this is such a big senior class, and you guys went so long without playing at Graf. For them to get one more weekend at the friendly confines, for them to get this postseason atmosphere one more time, just how excited are you for them that they get to experience that?
Yeah, our little senior send-off that, we kind of came up with was really fun. I think, having something like that was unique. I think they really appreciated that. So that was able to cap off like a senior moment, where this is a team moment. I think as a senior, you want to leave the jersey better than you found it. You want to leave the team in a good spot, and to be able to move your team to a super regional and have the chance to go to a World Series is something that they've pushed for and wanted. So I think there's two different ways of celebrating them. This is a celebration of a mark of pushing for the program, and that senior send-off was celebrating them and the fans and everything they've done. So really awesome that we were able to do both those this year with the situation that we were in. So I'm excited for them. The biggest thing we've got to do, and teammates have got to do, is keep them grounded, because you can easily get into the mode of like, this could be my last game, and we've got to balance that at times. So this team really cares about this program and their teammates, and we can get caring too much sometimes, and we got to get to team a little bit more, and we've addressed quite a bit of that. So when you have 9 seniors kind of feeling that, sometimes you got to get it out of their head and be about compete, and that's something that we've talked about a lot because they do love this place a ton.
Let's do one more.
Issa, you've had 3 different partners at second base, kind of going in and out. Is there any differences between those 3? Do you change your game at all when a different person comes in?
Having 3 is special, actually. I get to have a different relationship with each one. I don't do anything different necessarily. I just know that they're right there to my left, and I admire that. I admire all 3 of them, and each one that comes in, we just handle the game how it is. I mean, we practice it all together, obviously, on the field, so they know what to do, I know what to do, and we just go out there and we work.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, you guys.